Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakha Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namasute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhana Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpataruvasya Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhayo Vaishnavebhayo Namo Namaha Vancha kalpataruvasya kripa sindhu bhayavacha patitanam pavanebhayo vaishnavebhayo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadha Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Gurdasya Advaita Swami Dinamine Hare Krishna. Before I share the presentation, let's go to the words. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, text number 41, chapter 41, text number 6. This entire chapter is titled Krishna and Balaram comes to Mathura, right? That's the chapter title. Let's see the chapter title. Krishna and Balaram enter Mathura. That's the chapter title. So we see that Akrura, the son of Gandhini, relays a message of Kansha and the atrocious plan which Kansa had to invite Krishna and Balaram to Mathura and ultimately to this wrestling match where he had invited all these very, very powerful wrestlers and made all plans to kill Krishna and Balaram. Had also gotten this mad elephant, Kulyapida, to crush Krishna and Balaram. So he had made all plans, and Akuruji is relaying those plans to Krishna and Balaram, and they were just mocking and laughing it out. What? Elephant? You think that the elephant is going to kill us? Think that the wrestlers? Wow, that would be a fun game. They were just mocking it out, knowing very well their prowess. Who can defeat the Supreme Personality of Godhead? None. So the qualities of the Supreme Lord is full in 6 kinds of opulences. And one of the opulences is full in the strength, right? Nobody is stronger than the Supreme Lord. Nobody is stronger than the Supreme Lord. So then, and Nanda Maharaj and also by this time knew the prowess of Krishna and Balaram. So he also gathered all the cowherd clan that tomorrow we are all are going to go to the festival in Mathura. And Mother Jashoda, hearing about that Krishna is being invited to this wrestling match, and he'll come and fight against these very, very powerful wrestlers. Immediately tried to hide Krishna. Pray to the sun god that, oh, the next day they're going to travel. May the sun never rise. And so many different ways she tried to hide Lord Krishna. So that the next day he does not go with Akrura. And the entire thing happened where ultimately Akrura had to do this thankless task, take Krishna and Balaram from Vrindavan to Mathura. So let's read one verse and then go forward with that. Iti yuktva cha udayam asah Chandanam Gandhini Sutah Mathuram Anayad Ramam Krishnam Chaiva Dinatyaye. With these words, Akrura, the son of Gandhini, began driving the chariot onward. At the end of the day, he arrived in Mathura with Lord Balaram and Lord Krishna. It's mentioned that there's this Akrura god in Vrindavan. From that place, from Nandagram, they came to Akrura Ghat, and from Akrura Ghat, Krishna and Balaram took bath in Mother Jamuna, and then from there they traveled to Chatikara, and then they came Saptagram, not Chatikara, Saptagram, and from Saptagram they traveled to Mathura. Marge grama jana rajam tatropasangatah vasudeva sutau vikshya prita drishtim na cha ajadu. Wherever they passed along the road, O king, the village people came forward and looked upon the two sons of Vasudeva with great pleasure. In fact, the villagers could not withdraw their eyes from them. The villagers, they all came out of the house, or they were, the ladies were looking from the balconies of the house and just glancing on these beautiful forms of the two sons of Mother Yashoda, Krishna and Balaram. And the beauty was unrivaled. And they were just completely enchanted by the beauty of Krishna and Balaram that they could not take away their glance away from them. So they were looking at Krishna and Balaram with great pleasure. Right? The villagers could not withdraw their eyes from them. Nanda Maharaj and the other residents of Vrindavan, having reached Mathura ahead of the chariot, had stopped at a garden on the outskirts of the city to wait for Krishna and Balaram. So Nanda Maharaj and other cowherd other residents of Vrindavan had gone ahead um, to Mathura, right, and had stopped at a garden. So now Akuruji is coming. So let's go to the slideshow again. With Krishna and Balram to this is all the gopis who are lamenting separation from Krishna and Balram. So at the end of the day, he arrived in Mathura with Lord Balram and Lord Krishna. Wherever they passed along the road, O king, the village people came forward and looked upon the two sons of Vasudeva with great pleasure. In fact, the villagers could not withdraw their eyes from them. The villagers could not withdraw their eyes from these beautiful forms of Krishna and Balram. Nanda Maharaj and the other residents of Vrindavan, having reached Mathura ahead of the chariot, had stopped at a garden on the outskirts of the city to wait for Krishna and Balram. After joining Nanda and the others, the Supreme Lord Krishna, the controller of the universe, took humble Akrura's hand in his own and smiling spoke as follows. Akrura wanted to take Krishna and Balram directly from Vrindavan right to his home. That no, we are Griha Medis, absorbed in household life. Please sanctify our residence by your coming to our residence. So he's kind of wanting to take the lordships right to their home. But Lord Krishna wanted to be with Nanda Maharaj and the other Gopas and the residents of Vrindavan, the Brajvasis, who had all camped at the outskirts of Mathura. Right. So he is instructing Akuruji so politely by holding his hand to pacifying him that take the chariot and enter the city ahead of us, then go home. After resting here a while, we will go to see the city. Both Krishna and Balram desire to see the city. Right. Sri Akrura said, O Master, without the two of you, I shall not enter Mathura. I am your devotee, O Lord. So it is not fair for you to abandon me, since you are always affectionate to your devotees. Come, let us go to my house with your elder brother, the cowherd man, and your companions, O best of friends, O transcendental Lord. In this way, please grace my house with its master. I am simply an ordinary householder attached to ritual sacrifices, so please purify my home with the dust of your lotus feet. All right. Please purify my home with the dust of your lotus feet. A householder should always wish, Srila Prabhupada instructed all the householders to have a deity at their home. Right. Should always wish that the Supreme Lord resides at their home, that their dwelling does not become a place for the sense gratification, but becomes a place where the Lord resides and converts their dwelling into a temple, where they can center their activities around pleasing the Supreme Lord. Right. And they should always hanker to invite the Vaishnavas and serve the Vaishnavas. That's the perfection of household life. And that's where here we see Akrurji is requesting, please purify my home with the dust of your lotus feet. By that act of purification, my forefathers, the sacrificial fires, and the demigods will all become satisfied. By bathing your feet, the exalted Bali Maharaj attained not only glorious fame and unequal power, but also the final destination of pure devotees, like by bathing the feet of the Supreme Lord. The water of the river Ganges has purified the three worlds, having become transcendental by bathing your feet. Right? The water of the Ganges. How did it come down? By bathing the feet of the Supreme Lord. The second step of Vamandev, when his second step pierces the material world to the spiritual world, to the Viraja river, and to the spiritual sky, the Ganges residing there, comes down. First of all, bathing the feet of the Lord, which then is behold on the head of Lord Shiva. And then it comes down. Right? By bathing your feet, the exalted Bali Maharaj attained not only glorious fame and unequal power, but also the final destination of pure devotees. The water of the river Ganges has purified the three worlds, having become transcendental by bathing your feet. Lord Shiva accepted that water on his head, and by that water's grace, the sons of King Sagar, right, the thousand sons of King Sagar, which had all turned into ashes by the curse, they got delivered by the waters of the Ganges. Right. O you whose glories it is most pious to hear and chant, O best of the Yadus, O you whose fame is recounted in excellent poetry, O Supreme Lord Narayan, I offer you my obeisances. The Supreme Lord said, I will come to your house with my elder brother. But first I must satisfy my friends and well-wishers by killing the enemy of the Yadu clan. So the Lord expresses that means he needs to be with the Brajvasis to satisfy his clan and then kill the enemy, right, of the Yadu clan. Who is the enemy of the Yadu clan? Kancha. Let me first accomplish my mission for which I have come here. And then I'll come to your place. Sukdev Goswami said, thus addressed by the Lord, Akrura entered the city with a heavy heart. He informed King Kancha of the success of his mission and then went home. So he assured Kancha of the success of his mission, that he has been able to get Krishna and Balram to come to Mathura, has convinced them to come to Mathura. They are camping on the outskirts and they will be there. So Lord Krishna desired to see Mathura, so toward evening he took Lord Balram and the cowherd boys with him and entered the city. The Lord saw Mathura with its tall gates and household entrances, made of crystal, its immense archways and main doors of gold, its granaries and other storehouses of copper and brass, and its impregnable moats. Beautifying the city were pleasant gardens and parks. The main intersections were fashioned of gold, and there were mansions with private pleasure gardens, along with guild halls and many other buildings. Mathura resounded with the calls of peacocks and pet turtle doves, who sat in the small openings of the lattice windows and on the gem-studded floors, and also on the columned balconies. So this is all the description of Mathura and the opulence of Mathura. The city of Kansa. So further there is a more for the description of Mathura. Gracing the houses, doorways were elaborately decorated, pots filled with water which were bedecked with mango leaves, smeared with yogurt and sandalwood paste, and encircled by flower petals and ribbons. Near the pots were flags, rows of lamps, bunches of flowers, and the trunks of banana and betel nut trees. The women of Mathura hurriedly assembled and went forth to see the true sons of Vasudeva as they entered the city on the king's road, surrounded by their cowherd boyfriends. Some of the women, my dear king, eagerly climbed to the roofs of their houses to see them. Some of the ladies put their clothes and ornaments on backwards. Others forgot one of their earrings. So they left whatever they were doing and they just rushed to see the beautiful forms of the two sons of Vasudeva, Krishna and Balaram. Right. So some they had their ornaments, but the ornament was they were wearing it backwards, right? Or someone even forgot wearing both the earrings. They just put one earring and ran outside. Others forgot one of the earrings or ankle bells, and others applied makeup to one eye but not the other. Those who were taking the milks abandoned them. Others went out without finishing their baths or massages. Women who were sleeping at once rose when they heard the commotion, and mothers breastfeeding their infants simply put them aside. So mothers breastfeeding their infants also put the child aside. Hey, and they ran outside. The lotus-eyed lord smiling as he recalled his bold pastimes, because all the Mathura Vasis had heard about the bold pastimes of Lord Krishna and Balaram. So they wanted to see the Supreme Lord. So his beauty captivated those ladies' minds with his glances. He walked with the gait of a lordly elephant in rut, creating a festival for their eyes with his transcendental body, which is a source of pleasure for the divine goddess of fortune. The ladies of Mathura repeatedly heard about Krishna, and thus, as soon as they saw him, their hearts melted. They felt honored that he was sprinkling upon them the nectar of his glances and broad smiles. Right. So, seeing Lord Balaram and Lord Krishna, everybody was captivated. The Brahmanas, standing along the way, honored the two lords with presentations of yogurt, unbroken barley corns, pots full of water, garlands, fragrant substances such as sandalwood paste and other items of worship. See how the Lord is welcomed. So, this is the Vedic culture, that the Lord or his representatives are welcomed by the sandalwood paste, by pots full of water, garlands, fragrant substances, right, and other items of worship. Oh, what severe austerities the gopis must have performed to be able to regularly see Krishna and Balaram. The ladies of Mathura are mentioning, oh, what good fortune the gopis must have performed. What severe austerities must they have performed that they used to regularly see Krishna and Balaram, who are the greatest source of pleasure of all mankind. Right? So they were completely enchanted seeing the beauty of Krishna and Balaram. Right? And then Krishna and Balaram see a washerman. In fact, he was a washerman of King Kansha. Uh, so he was washing and laundering the garments of Kansha. So Lord Krishna said, please give suitable garments to the two of us, who certainly deserve them. If you grant this charity, you will undoubtedly receive the greatest benefit. Thus requested by the Supreme Lord, who is perfectly complete in all respects, that arrogant servant of the king became angry and replied insultingly, you impudent boys, you are accustomed to roaming the mountains and forest, and yet you would dare put on such clothes as this? These are the king's possessions you are asking for. Right? So everything belongs to the Supreme Lord. We do not own a single thing which you can say that it is ours. It belongs to the Supreme Lord. So if the Supreme Lord Himself is asking that, oh, the garments which you have, give it to me. And the washerman becomes angry and he commits aparad, big offense to the Supreme Lord Himself by being angry at the Supreme Lord, who is the possessor of everything. Right? He is the owner of everything. And the washerman is denying. So what happens to the washerman? The Supreme Lord immediately kills him. The son of Devaki became angry and then merely with his fingertips he separated the man's head from his body. The washerman's assistants all dropped the bundles of clothes and fled down the road, scattering in all directions. Lord Krishna then took the clothes. Krishna and Balaram put on pairs of garments that especially pleased them, and then Krishna distributed the remaining clothes among the cowherd boys, leaving some scattered on the ground. See? Thereupon a weaver came forward and, feeling affection for the lords, nicely adorned their attire with cloth ornaments of various colors. So a weaver, right, when he passed by, he immediately came to serve the Supreme Lord. Right. So he served the Supreme Lord. So what was his destination? Pleased with the weaver, the Supreme Lord Krishna blessed him that after death he would achieve the liberation of attaining a form like the Lord's. The Lord granted him Sarupya Mukti. There are different kinds of liberation. Salokya, living in the same planet. Sarupya means having the same form as the Supreme Lord. He would achieve the liberation of attaining a form like the Lord's, and that while in this world he would enjoy supreme opulence, physical strength, influence, memory, and sensory vigor. See, when the washerman denied, he was punished. The weaver immediately came forward to serve the Supreme Lord, and see how the Lord reciprocates. Ye yatamam prapadate tam tathaiva bhajamiham. To the level of our surrender, to the level of our service to the Supreme Lord, the Lord reciprocates with the devotees. Here the weaver, without thinking about, why I should serve the Supreme Lord or this impudent boys, Krishna and Balaram, immediately comes and serves them. Right? And immediately he is blessed by the Supreme Lord. Then the two lords went to the house of the garland maker Sudama. When Sudama saw them, he at once stood up and then bowed down, placing his head on the ground. After offering them seats and bathing their feet, Sudama worshipped them and their companions with arghya, garlands, pan, sandalwood paste, and other presentations. So this garland maker, whose name was Sudama, immediately seeing the lordships, he bowed down to them and served them and his companions with arghya, garlands, pan, sandalwood paste, and other presentations. O my Lord, my birth is now sanctified and my family free of contamination. Now that you both have come here, my forefathers, the demigods, and the great sages are certainly all satisfied with me. You two lords are the ultimate cause of this entire universe. To bestow sustenance and prosperity upon this realm, you have descended with your plenary expansions. Because you are the well-wishing friends and supreme soul of the whole universe, you regard all with unbiased vision. Therefore, although you reciprocate your devotees' loving worship, you always remain equally disposed toward all living beings. Please order me your servant to do whatever you wish. To be engaged by you in some service is certainly a great blessing for anyone. Sukadeva Goswami continued, O best of kings, having spoken these words, Sudama could understand what Krishna and Balaram wanted. Thus, with great pleasure, he presented them with garlands of fresh, fragrant flowers. Right? So, this garland maker did not worry about that, who would give me money in return. Immediately seeing the Lord, he offers with great pleasure garlands of fresh, fragrant flowers. So we should always, the instruction from this, we should learn that whenever we get the opportunity to serve the Supreme Lord, with great pleasure, without any grudge, oh, now I have to go to the temple and do some, make garlands. Oh, this garland is so nice, I will save it later. Oh, the cost of the flowers have gone up. Let me put some artificial flowers. No, garlands of fresh, fragrant flowers. Beautifully adorned with these garlands, Krishna and Balaram were delighted, and so were their companions. The two lords then offered the surrendered Sudama, who was bowing down before them, whatever benedictions he desired. Sudama chose unshakable devotion for Krishna, the supreme soul of all existence, friendship with his devotees, and transcendental compassion for all living beings. Not only did Lord Krishna grant Sudama these benedictions, but he also awarded him strength, long life, fame, beauty, and ever increasing prosperity for his family. Then Krishna and his elder brother took their leave. So, in the service of the Supreme Lord, we should not cut corners. Serve with the best of our ability. Right. So, we see the weaver is serving the Supreme Lord, the garland maker is serving the Supreme Lord, and the Lord is reciprocating. One step we take toward the Supreme Lord, the Lord will take 100 steps towards us and deliver us from the precarious situation in which we are in this material world. While that washerman who became angry at the Supreme Lord himself, who is the possessor of everything, the Lord immediately kills him. Right. Okay, are there any questions or discussions? Where are we? Any discussions?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, you read it from the Bhagavatam or this is different book, Prabhu?
Yeah, this is directly from taken from Bhagavatam. I was reading from it compiled by Bhagavat Vidyalaya
Okay,
uh, at Govardhan Eco Village.
okay.
But it's directly from Bhagavatam. So when I was reading the verses from the Bhagavatam, BC, right in the Bhagavatam, also same thing mentioned, um, right? Having reached Mathura ahead of and stopped at a garden on the outskirts of the city to wait for Krishna and Balaram. So, the summary form that has been described in the notes which I was reading from, but that's directly from Bhagavatam.
Okay, Prabhu. Pranam Prabhu. Hari Bol.
Yeah. Any other discussion? See, here, take the chariot and enter the city ahead of us, then go home. After resting here a while, we'll go to see the city. These are directly from Bhagavatam.
Mm.
Just like we read from Krishna book, which is the summary taken from the 10th canto. Similarly, the various summaries taken.
Okay. And Prabhu, you already mentioned that this is when Krishna and Balarama went with the Akura. Uh, that time, all the means Gopa and Nanda Maharaj also went to the Mathura with him.
Yeah, not with him, before him, as we see that they already reached before him. Akrura took Krishna and Balram from Nandagram when Nanda Maharaj and all the Vrajvasis were there. But then they also prepared to leave, and they went directly. Well, Krishna and Balram initially went with Akrura to Akrura Ghat, took bath, gave him the entire vision, right? We see at one time, with the inconceivable potency of the Supreme Lord, um, Akrura, right, in the crystal waters of Jamuna, see the transcendental forms of Krishna and Balaram. I was so completely enchanted by seeing the transcendental forms of Krishna and Balaram. And he said, "Oh, they're there." Then he comes back to his chariot and he sees that, oh, both of them were also there on the chariot.
Okay.
Right. So all those pastimes happens, and then Krishna and Balaram are taken by Akrura. So the coward Nanda Maharaj and the other Vrajvasis reaches Mathura way before them.
Oh, any reason, Prabhu, they reaches the Mathura before Krishna and Balaram, Prabhu?
Yeah, because they go directly to Mathura,
Okay.
while Krishna and Balaram were reciprocating with Akrura, and ultimately Kansha had sent Akrura to bring Krishna and Balaram, not all the coward boys or all the Vrajvasis,
Yeah.
right? So, uh, last thing which a king will like to know that, oh, I had sent to get only Krishna and Balaram. Why the entire um, clan of Brajvasis came with him?
Not the gopis, right? Only Gopa and Nanda Maharaj.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Not
Okay.
the gopis. Not the gopis, not Mother Jasoda. Nanda Maharaj pacifies Mother Jasoda that, oh, you'll be back soon.
Oh, okay.
But we see that the Lord does not return back. He goes at the age of, when he was 11 years old, he goes to Mathura. Now, both Krishna and Balaram it's mentioned that um, at their age they were growing at much rapid pace. So when though his physical age was 11 years, he almost looked like Kaishore age of 16 years. So physically he looked as if he's 16 years old.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
And then he stayed in Mathura for another 20 years before he went to Dwarka. Now it is mentioned by our acharyas that Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. So the form of Krishna which goes to Mathura is not Shyam Sundar Krishna, it is Vasudev Krishna.
Mm.
Right? It is Vasudev Krishna. So that form of the Lord um, goes with Akrura. But Shyam Sundar Krishna stays behind. He never leaves Vrindavan. He reciprocates with the gopis in the mood of separation and at times union. So the
Yes.
gopis are in complete lamentation. Right? So that's also mentioned by our acharyas that how Mother Jasoda gives birth to both Shyam Sundar Krishna and Yogamaya, who is referred to as Anuja. If
Mm.
she gives birth to Yogamaya, why is she referred as Anuja of Krishna, sister
Mm.
of Krishna,
Mm.
right? But she is
Krishna.
referred as Anuja, sister of Krishna,
Mm.
because Mother Jasoda gives birth to both Shyam Sundar Krishna and Yogamaya. They were born as twins.
Mm.
And when Vasudeva brings Vasudeva Krishna, uh, son of Vasudeva and Devaki, he merges into Shyam Sundar Krishna when the pastimes of Lord Krishna in Vraj took place.
Mm.
So our acharyas talk about this in detail of how Krishna never leaves Vrindavan from one angle.
Mm.
And it's mentioned that the Lord's form is Puna, Punatar, and Punatam. Right. So he displays his complete pastimes, Punatam, when the Lord is in Braj.
Okay.
And Punatar, uh, not complete, but now still more in Mathura.
Okay.
And then Puna in Dwarka. Complete, more complete, and most complete.
Okay. Okay. The most complete in Vrindavan, right, Prabhu?
Yes, most complete in Braj. No.
Okay.
More complete in Mathura and complete in Dwarka.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
Very wonderful, Prabhu. And no, that's all from my side, Prabhu.
Okay. Thank
Pranam,
you.
Prabhu.
Anybody else? Some discussion? Hmm. It's in the mood of Radhasmi, which is coming in 2 days, and today is Lalita Sasti, the appearance of Lalita, the close Sakhi of Srimati Radharani. Right. Um, we see how when Krishna leaves Vrindavan to go to Mathura, and how the gopis they surround Krishna and they're completely lamenting in separation from Lord Krishna. Um, and when Krishna is in Mathura, with Thakur Uddhavji, and he hears about the separation um, of the gopis and especially of Srimati Radharani. Um, though in Mathura as a prince, later on after killing Kansha and other demons, um, tears starts flowing out from his eyes in separation from the Brajvasis, from especially the gopis. Right. That's intimate, loving separation between um, Radha and Krishna, uh, the gopis led by Srimati Radharani. Yeah. Who is the Ladini Shakti of Lord Krishna, the internal potency of Lord Krishna. Um, right. And that's why the entire Raj is considered as the place of Srimati Radharani. Right. It's considered as the place of Srimati Radharani. Right. It's mentioned that she's completely engrossed in that mood of separation in painting the form of Lord Krishna. That how Lord Krishna's form was, right? Uh, and Cupid, Kamdev, seeing Srimati Radharani in that mood, in that condition, he sends arrows piercing the heart of Srimati Radharani, who is completely absorbed in the mood of Lord Krishna. And when Kamdev's arrow pierces, he immediately falls unconscious in separation from Lord Krishna. Right. And then the form which she paints on the canvas or on whatever thing on which she was painting with a brush, she the form itself starts uh, she starts talking to that form which she depicted on that painting, right? It was became like a 3D form, almost like Supreme Lord personally there in front of her. And when this was described by Uddhavji to Lord Krishna in Mathura, now he completely becomes absorbed in Radha Mai, the power of Srimati Radharani. Yeah, that's what I was reading from this book, Krishna Tarangini by Shivram Maharaj today. This beautiful pastimes of departure to Mathura. where this particular pastime was mentioned of Srimati Radharani in a mood of separation, painting the form of Lord Krishna and how calm their appears is. Right. Kamdev is called Madan. And millions of Kamdev are attracted by the form of Lord Krishna. So that's why Krishna is called Madan Mohan. And that who is attracted by millions of cupids, Madan Mohan, he himself is attracted to Srimati Radharani. That's why one name of Srimati Radharani is Madan Mohan Mohini. Madan Mohan Mohini. Who even enchants that person who is enchanted by millions of cupids. Madan Mohan Mohini. Yep. Anything else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Uh,
Yes, Mataji.
Srila Prabhupada, yeah, thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very nice. Yeah, as you mentioned, like she painted a picture of Krishna like Madan Mohan, right? Because of Lord like Cupid's Kamdev. So I heard about that. Like she didn't she didn't make the feet. When somebody asked like why didn't you make the feet of Krishna, because she said he left, so I don't want this picture also leave me. So just wanted to share that, and it's very
Oh, very good. Thank you, Mataji.
rich.
Yeah,
I like Devkinandan Prabhuji also mentioned lot of names like Bhaskar, Upasini, and so many
yeah.
names we don't know also. So wonderful pastime behind that. Like how you mentioned Madan, Mohan, Mohini.
Mm,
Beautiful.
yeah, yeah. Devkin Prabhu was reading from that book. In the sloka, different names were revealed, and he was mentioning on those intimate names.
Mhm.
And with each name, there's a pastime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was very nice, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for just organizing that. And normally we don't hear about Radharani. Means, we hear about Gaur Leela, other things, but Radha and Krishna's pastime, even people, means devotees also, they don't talk, right? It should be like high level. Even our
yeah,
sages, they say we are not qualified to talk about Radharani and Krishna. So we thank you so much, Prabhuji. We came to know a lot of things. Three.
yeah. And the pastimes of Radha and Krishna are very intimate, so they're not normally talked about.
Hmm.
They're talked about only during the time of Radhasmi.
Hmm.
Uh, right? Otherwise, no, they're quite intimate. So we should dwell more on the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, of how we become attracted
Mhm.
in serving the Supreme Lord.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why these pastimes are not normally talked about. Let's first of all learn to follow the four negative principles.
Yeah.
Right. So that's much more important. That's why Srila Prabhupada in his lectures again and again stressed on following the four negative principles.
Yeah. That is the basic, Prabhuji. That
Yeah,
only we are not miss and follow properly. Yeah.
yeah,
Very true, Prabhuji.
yeah,
But still, we are very fortunate having such a nice congregation. Every weekend we have nice Utsav and association of devotees. So our mind is completely at least thinking about that. Okay, next day this is there, and now next day what to do. All these things. So it's good, Prabhuji.
It's preparing you all that every weekend there's a festival, but in Golaka, every moment there's a festival.
Yeah, that should be that should be our mood also, Prabhuji here.
So ultimately, we get prepared that, oh, why every weekend? It should become every moment.
Yeah,
Then we don't have to wait for every weekend, every moment.
yeah.
Every moment there's a festival, there is sweet rice, there is this, there is feast. We just become absorbed in
Mm.
serving the Supreme Lord. Not at all. We become absorbed in eating all that preparations. Otherwise, we will have stomach ache and so many other things.
Mhm.
Right? But serving the Supreme Lord, we just become absorbed. So let's take this opportunity now. 2 days left. Radhasmi, let's prepare ourselves um, as Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Just as Vaishnava means servants of Lord Vishnu, Saivites means servants of Lord Shiva,
Mhm.
Gaudiya means servants of Srimati Radharani.
Yeah.
So Gaudiya Vaishnavas are servants of Srimati Radharani.
Mhm.
So let's aspire to become the servants of the servants of the servants of Srimati Radharani. Right. That, and pray to the Supreme Lord. The energy of the Supreme Lord Hara, Srimati Radharani again.
Mm.
That, oh Srimati Radharani, please utilize us in the service of Shyama, Krishna.
Yeah.
Right. And we are fortunate that this beautiful Shri Radha Shyam Sundara mistress who is captivating the three worlds, and they are at the causeless mercy appeared right amidst us in the plain-filled dham,
Mhm.
bringing Goloka Vrindavan, Mayapur, and Jagannath Puri right at one abode.
Yeah, absolutely, Prabhuji. Wherever we come to temple, just we forget everything. Like we forget ourselves also. Once we
Yeah,
come out of the gate, all Maya then starts like all
yeah.
tension, stress, health problem. So
Yeah.
definitely, Prabhuji, we have all that abode is there,
Mm.
and our beautiful deities. Just looking at them, also we feel so happy.
So next 2 days we should completely become absorbed that, oh, if I'm not able to do satatam every moment, at least such a wonderful festival is coming right amidst us. How I can serve to my um, best of my ability and
Mm,
completely become absorbed in just serving.
yes.
Uh, it's completely become absorbed in serving. Wherever you are, if you're at home, working from home, try to make some preparations from home for Srimati Radharani.
Mm,
I remember growing up in Krishna consciousness in Tuaco land on Srimati Radhasmi Day.
mm,
Um, we'll get unlimited groceries. That, oh, whoever wants anything, they just go to the shop, buy thing, and start making. Everybody was just absorbed in making items for Srimati Radharani.
wow.
Same way. Yeah, we have this passage. Let's become completely absorbed in making items for Srimati Radharani. We are at home, we start making items. We are, no, because it is her kitchen.
Mm. Yeah.
Kitchen is an extension of the altar. And that kitchen belongs to Srimati Radharani. One name of Srimati Radharani is Yavanam, not Nitya Navina, not Nitya Navina. Where every day
Prepares new.
she will prepare an item which will be completely new,
Mm.
not repeated. Right. Yeah.
So we came first time, like we heard, like we have program. We started Bhakti Diksha, and then Jyoti Mataji said, like Sunil Shan Prabhuji, that Jyoti Mataji said, why don't you come to MVCC also? And when we came, that was the Radhashtami, and Govindranandini Mataji's class was going on. And then you asked like who came first time. So I remember. So that is our starting also, like temple, how we started here.
So you
And
started on Radhasmi Day, wonderful. So
yeah,
you got the mercy of Srimati Radharani. Now is your time to reciprocate, expand that mercy, distribute that mercy to others.
yeah, Prabhuji just bless us so that we can do as per our capacity, as much as we can do.
Mm,
Just bless us, Prabhuji.
yeah, thank you.
Very good.
Anybody else has any question, reflection? We have Anuradha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
They're not pronounced.
प्रणाम अगो श्री प्रभुपाद। मैं प्रभु जी ये कहना चाह रही थी, मैं आपका लेक्चर सुन रही थी, तो मैं बैकयार्ड में अपना कुछ लाइट्स वगैरह ऑन करके कि आज ये करते हैं वो करते हैं निकालते हैं सब। आप जैसे जैसे लेक्चर सुनती जा रही हूँ करती जा रही हूँ तो ध्यान में यही आ रहा है, लाइक यू नो राधाष्टमी आ रही है, we have to decorate for Radha Rani. You know, your mind goes here and there to, but I wanted to show. I know it is little dark here. Let me put the lights on. I want to show that I have. This is some lights I was putting when I was listening to your lectures. But I also painted my trees Radha Rani.
Good.
Just she Radha like a Vrindavan.
Very nice.
Wow, very beautiful,
Wonderful.
Mataji. Show it clearly, Mataji. Just focus on that.
या एक्चुअली मैं डेकोरेट करती हूँ, राधा रानी आ रही है, हम दिवाली तो मनाते ही है, तो वाई नॉट राधा रानी आ रही है हमारी, सो श्री राधा रानी के यू नो हर ट्री पे वेयर आई डोंट हैव टू मेनी बट व्हाटएवर आई हैव आई एम जस्ट आई हैव पेंटेड दोस यू नो लाइक अ वृंदावन
Good idea,
का
Mataji.
फीलिंग आती है
Very
श्री
nice.
राधा।
Yeah, so everybody can do.
Yeah,
Like that.
very nice. I like that idea, Mataji.
Everybody has
Yeah.
trees in their backyard. Every object should remind us about Srimati Radharani.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. अब जब भी बैठो यहाँ लगता है कि you cannot miss you whenever you see sit there.
बरसाने में है.
You always think of like Vrindavan. Yes. It's a celebration time. So Radha Rani is here.
Very good.
She's coming.
Very good, Mataji.
Thank you Prabhu जी for inspiring. क्योंकि क्या होता है कानों में सुनते रहो ना तो you keep on thinking about it. Yes, yeah. You don't forget that what we are doing for Radha Rani.
And Mataji, you especially have no double mercy, so you have to do double for Srimati Radharani, because right in your name, Radha's name is hidden.
प्रभु जी
Right?
मेरे पापा ने दिया था ये नाम मुझे.
Yes, so right in your name, Srimati Radharani's name is hidden, so you have double mercy of Srimati Radharani.
We need mercy
I
from
also
all the devotees.
Okay.
Very
my
nice,
sister name
Mataji.
also Radha
Mataji,
Prabhu.
What was that, Sandeep Prabhu?
So my sister name is also Anuradha. So I told the same thing, right? Radha name is already there. So she's a big
Yeah.
devotee of Krishna, Radha, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Mataji, you should make a video of how you painted and share so we can also follow your steps, Mataji.
मैं
Very
मैंने
nice.
कोई footstep ने
What you can do, Mataji, take some
footsteps को follow
picture.
करना है माताजी.
Take some picture of the
Yeah.
tree, close picture of the tree, and send it, Japathon group or somewhere, so that people, if they
Okay, I will.
like to
I will
paint
share that.
similarly, they can do.
Yeah. So basically, जहाँ आपकी property है, wherever your place is, basically, I have painted those only 4-5 trees, and if I don't know if I can do it in front also, I could have done in my front also. Why? Because I have put in front of my door. So one day they are distributing the books, so someone feel like not to knock the door or maybe tired or something. They the person came and the devotee came and he knocked. He said, "When I saw the Jagannath ji on your face, I feel like to come." So he was like, you know, you feel like okay, कोई है जिसके साथ हम बात कर सकते हैं या यहाँ devotee रहता है. तो बेसिकली वृंदावन में तो ये है ना कि there's everywhere is devotees. So wherever you walk, you see the trees and see the signs. So you can keep on like you feel the Radha Rani. You feel that you cannot miss her. We are not in there, but at least we can see, we can read. भाव तो खैर बहुत दूर की बात है, लेकिन at least we can think of her when we see the name written. And yeah. साधु संघ में भी वहां पर एक है ना टेम्पल, जहाँ हुआ था डालस में भी एक है इस्कॉन. तो वहां पर इस्कॉन मंदिर के जितने भी एरिया है, उस सब जो डिवोटीज वहां रहते हैं इस्कॉन मंदिर के आस पे, वो पूरा ट्रीज उन्होंने ऐसे ही पेंट किए हुए थे. कहते दिस होल लेन इज ऑफ डिवोटीज, सो नो वन हैज सेड नथिंग टू say why you're doing this or not, but these are all devotees. You can tell the devotees lives here in this lane, so that is also very nice.
Hope Mataji, all trees in the world will be like this.
Ah.
Radha. We can
That
hope,
is true.
hope for the best, right? Always.
Hope for the best. बिल्कुल. Hope for the best. Yeah.
Very nice, Mataji. Your smile is showing like how much happiness you have.
वो तो
With
पता
this.
नहीं माता जी.
Very
हैप्पीनेस को पता नहीं, पर ये कि राधा रानी का जो आप कहते हो ना, मूड इज नॉट इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, इट्स नॉट इजी टू इवन टेक हर नेम आल्सो, and we are not even capable, but whatever we can see, we can just do little by little, just to feel that that नाम पढ़ने से भी हो जाता है कि हाँ,
good
we cannot
inspiration.
don't forget.
Very
Inspiration,
for everyone.
motivation. Yes, when you don't have a devotee nearby, not around, so it's better that you have something to do.
Yeah.
Please will not say anything कि मेरे ऊपर क्यों लिख रहे हो. At least.
Very nice. Yeah, share as Madhupati Prabhuji mentioned, share on Japathon so that everybody will get that idea. Na? It's really nice.
Yes. Okay, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji, for your blessings and motivation. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. So we'll end. Simeshwar Prabhu. So tomorrow in the evening, whoever can come, we can come to the temple to help out in different ways, to engage in different ways, do the decoration of the hall, complete everything tomorrow itself. We'll also have a diverse ceremony offering different articles to Srimati Radharani, H. Radha Shyam Sundar tomorrow during Shayanarthi, 8:30. There'll be kirtan and everything. Yeah. Also have some prasadam there. So that will be tomorrow evening, so that we are completely ready for Radhasmi on Wednesday. Yep. And whoever is available for the feast preparation or any other service you would like to do, please contact us. We can engage you. As I was mentioning, even if you're not available to come, you can make some items at home, bring it, and offer to Srimati Radharani. If not, you don't have time, you can go get some fruits or get some juice and bring it for Srimati Radharani. Say special. Anything else? I see Prem Sir Radhika Mataji also on the call. See, has any announcement for people making items? We plan to offer at least 56, but probably maybe more, 501.
Yes, Prabhuji, we should try our best to please Srimati Radharani. Radharani is pleased, Samsundar also will be pleased.
Yeah.
So whatever we did for Janmashtami, we should do with double enthusiasm for Radharani. Let's
Yeah.
hope for the best.
Yeah. Do you have the time when they should bring the items?
Yeah, Prabhuji, so sooner the better. Maybe before 6 o'clock, if we can get the items, we can organize them nicely.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mataji. Shimeshwar Prabhu, you have anything?
I'm outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow is Adivas. Request everybody please come. And also Wednesday there will be a cooking for the lordships. We request devotees can join early and help in cooking. This time
Yeah,
Madhupati
we're
Prabhu is
starting
coordinating.
cooking
So
early. So, making beautiful menu for Radhasmi, cooked by temple devotees.
yeah.
But everybody is welcome to help out, making puris and cutting vegetables and yeah.
Yeah. So also as mentioned, please whatever the way you can. You must do on the Ashtami. Many people, oh, I have that, I have this, but please take that way. At least some good, responsible one service everybody can take.
Yeah.
That should be unique, not to conflict with other services, but you can take, okay, I'm thinking, okay, I will make some items, or I can decorate, or I'll make some garlands, or I'll clean the place, or I'll clean up everything nicely, or I'll put whatever. At least take one service and take a vow, take a sankalpa for that on Radhashtami day. That will definitely help, and it will please very much Radha and Krishna, especially Radha Rani. She is the one who serves and give the service.
I remember in my working days, I always used to fall sick on Radhasmi Day
Wow. Oh my God.
and used to have a sick leave. Even
Yeah.
when I used to go for technology transfer to India on Radhasmi Day, they will have this Jew temple, the entire courtyard, they will fill up with water and they will have Namka Vihar of Radha and Krishna on Radhasmi Day. And I'll call out, oh, today I'm not feeling well.
I was saying last week, because my vacations are also over, only sick leave is left. I was
Yeah,
mentioning that I'm transcendently sick.
yeah. Srimati
I
Radha.
was doing that in Janmashtami. So one of the Janmashtami, like it happened to be in India before day, and here the next day. Something different days. So I appeared in the India Wala Janmashtami day in office. So my manager seeing at me, he asked me, "How come you are here?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you all. see you tomorrow evening. Everybody please come, and especially many times when you see Adivas, I mean, there are less people comes. But this is one of the very important festival, a very important the service which we offer. That's the day that we offer the wonderful auspicious articles and new dress to the Srimati Radharani and making the festive mood of bringing everybody together. And that's also one of the service which pleases very much Radha and Krishna. Everybody is preparing, and think about Vrindavan, how everybody is now preparing for Radha Ashtami. They start already in all respect. Some way or other, this way we can engage our mind, body, and words. Not just the words, but the mind, body, and the words for the service of Radha and Krishna. That should be always, we should do that way. These three things, that's the perfect ways to do it. Body, mind, and words. So thank you. Anything else, Roji?
Nope.
Okay, thank you so much for the wonderful class. Patidanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Krishna Vranta ki
Jai.
jai. Shri Bhagavatam ki jai. Shri Radhashtami ki jai. Gaurimanande. Hari.
Thank you, Madhupati Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you,
Hare-
Madhu. Thank you, everyone.
Hare-
Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prayers to Srimati Radharani for our Sandeep Prabhu. Okay, Hari Hari.